What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Motorsport 6, and today I have a pretty interesting challenge for you guys. Now, what we're going to be doing is running a 2014 Aston Martin V12 Vantage S against, in stock form, round Laguna Seca against a modified Nissan 370Z. So how this challenge works is we'll pick a car from a certain class, be it B class, A class, S class, and for example, this is a mid-level A-class car. And then what we got to do is take a car from the class below it, modify that car up to the same or similar PI, and do a lap in that car, and see how close the lap times are, and see who actually wins. Now, this might sound like a no-brainer, like, oh, the modified car is going to win. Not necessarily, not always, because some of these standard cars are balanced really, really well from the factory. And it all comes down to what you actually put into modifications as far as whether you focus on handling, whether you focus on power, and how much of those things you focus on, percentage-wise. So, and it also comes down to a lot about your tuning. So, we're going to go ahead and get right in the Vantage S and see what we can do around Laguna Seca. Now, these are going to be completely solo laps, no drivatars, and let me go ahead and get that set up. We'll run 2 laps. We'll run a warm-up lap from a dig, and then our flying lap will be our time. So we're going to go ahead and get it started and see what happens. Alright, so completely stock Vantage S. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. And the biggest thing about the first lap is we got to feel out the car. We got to feel how it drives, we got to feel how it turns in, we got to feel how it puts its power down. And once we kind of have a grasp on the car, then we can go for our flying lap. Go! Not a bad launch. On into fourth, down the hill. Running a little bit wide to the outside, starting to brake. Down to third, down to second, turn in. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful in that corner. This thing has a little bit more entry understeer than I thought it would. Oh, it bangs off the limiter, right? Really? It's actually easy to rotate with throttle, though. I like the brakes. The brakes are really, really good. The brakes actually have a nice bite to them. They're actually really aggressive to the front of the car. And it's nice to have a balance to the front of the car because, number one, that's where I like the majority of my brake balance to be. I mean, I get that you can't have excessive front balance, but still, it's nice to have it up there just because of the fact that you can brake so much more aggressively. And you can use the front brakes to unload the rear end of the car and help rotate it. Get under control. Alright, powering up the hill. Into fourth. Alright, coming to the corkscrew, braking. Down to second. Down to first. I don't know if I quite needed first, but didn't want to mess the corkscrew up because that's like the easiest corner on this track to mess up by far. One of the reasons why okay, that was a little weird. One of the reasons why I picked Laguna Seca in the first place was because of the corkscrew, because it's a really, really low-speed section, and it can kind of be a deciding factor in who's got the best braking performance. Come on! There's the line, we're full throttle now. Into fifth, 120. A little bit wide, but come on, we get back into there we go. Back to the inside and power out. It's funny because this car, I mean, it's tail happy, sure, but you can still control it. It's not like it's overly tail happy. I say as I kind of run halfway into the grass, but still. Staying focused, powering out. And again, like I said, I'm actually really impressed with the brakes. They just work really well, and that's. I mean, I know that saying, "Oh, they work really well," that's kind of like almost like a cop-out thing to say. But on one hand, I feel like it's not, because some cars' braking systems, even in this category of cars, doesn't really even perform close to this level. Managed decent speed down the corkscrew. There we go. Little bit of rotation at the rear end of the car. Not too much, but just enough. Power it through. Alright, whoa. That was a little bit terrible, but that last corner was a little bit weird, but coming up on the line, nearly there, and across the line. Okay, so 1 minute 45.361 is what we managed on our flying lap. Now, I'm not trying to go for any kind of lap records. I'm just trying to get a baseline of what this car can do. And so now, we're going to go get our hands on that 370Z, build it up to be as close as possible to an A631, I think it is? 631, 638, something like that. But anywhere around the A630 PI range. So once we get that car... and get it up to that PI level, we're gonna run the same track, same conditions. One lap will be will be a start from a dig, and then the next lap after that will be a flying lap, and we'll get in our time. So again, 1 minute 45.3. 1 minute 45.3. Remember that. All right, I'll see you guys back when we have the 370Z. Alright guys, so we're back at Laguna Seca. We've got our upgraded 370Z, and I'll tell you what we've done to this car. We've done a few engine upgrades. We've gotten the power up to just over 400 horsepower, although the torque is down a little bit at 286 foot-pounds, because our primary form of upgrading the horsepower was obviously cams, so you're getting a lot of top-end power out of it, because I think, didn't mean to back out of that, but getting a lot of top-end power out of this car. And I upgraded the tires. I did not use race tires. Now, this is important. I used sport tires, not race tires, because I felt like race tires might be a little bit of an unfair advantage, considering the fact that the stock tires on the Aston are a high-performance street tire as well. So I decided, like I said, to use a high-performance compound street tire. And we did a couple of other things, like we lowered it on race suspension, we dropped race brakes in it, and that's pretty much it. We upgraded the tires, the suspension, the brakes, and a little bit of the horsepower. So it's definitely, I'm almost considering it as a stock 370Z plus more, if that makes any sense. I'm not thinking of it in terms of like a built race car. I'm thinking it in terms of we took a 370Z and amplified it. So hopefully that translates over to the track, and we're gonna take a look at our first lap and see how we do, see how we kind of see how the car feels, and then no matter how it feels on that first lap, we're going to go for it on the second lap and see what kind of a lap time we can put down. So I'm hoping for either right around the same time or faster with this car. But keep in mind, if we beat that Aston's time by like, 20 seconds or something, I don't think we will, but that would be crazy if we did. See how this thing launches. Not bad. Oh wow, that was a gear grind. Acceleration is good, top end power is good, brakes are actually quite good. Brakes, the fact that we have those race brakes really helps us out a lot. We've got a lot of mid-range understeer though. Nothing that can't be fixed with a little tap of the loud pedal. I might want to dial just a little bit of it out, but honestly, now that I'm getting used to the car, I feel like it's good. I mean, I added 1 extra degree of front camber, and that was pretty much the only setup change that I did before going into this, because I didn't want to change that much of the setup blind, just because I don't really like to do that. So I think the biggest thing though that's helping us out is that cam, because we can just hold on to, like, say, third gear forever and just rev it all the way out. And whereas we were going down to first in the Aston, we're keeping it in second around the corkscrew in the Z, which is actually helping us out, I think. Oh, don't slide off. Yeah, that was a little bit wide and a little bit oversteery. The downside to having that cam is the fact that if you'd even drop it anywhere below 5,500 RPMs, you're gonna need to shift down. Oh crap! Wow, that whipped. Okay. Let's not let that happen again. Alright, coming up on our flying lap, let's do this. Braking points are important. We're full throttle right now. Alright, starting to brake. Using the brakes to rotate the rear end of the car a little bit. Then powering it around. Powering out. Turn in, turn in. Little bit of power mid-corner. Not too bad. You know what I think is the nice thing about this car? We're managing a lot of, actually a good amount of turn in without losing any other kinds of balance. We're not getting tremendous amounts of insane oversteer. We're not getting tremendous amounts of plowing understeer. Just winding third gear all the way out. I love doing that. It sounds so good too. All right, let's keep second for this run around the corkscrew. Oh, that was a little wide. It's okay, but we can dive down it. It's all right. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, okay, it's anybody's game right now. Honestly, we're almost like, let's see, 129. Braking hard. I'm gonna try keeping it in second on the last corner. So, oh, we've run wide, really wide. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, no way, no way, a 145.4. That's crazy close. That's crazy, crazy close. I had no idea this car was going to be that close. I thought it was going to either be a lot faster or a lot slower. But that is really, really, really dang close. I'm surprised because usually the PI system isn't that accurate in comparison to lap times. But in this instance, wow, that was really accurate. Like, shockingly accurate. I am very, very, very surprised. But honestly, I feel like this car has a lot of potential. I may use it in races going forward, and I think there's a lot, like I said, a lot of further upgrading that could be done to this car, and to really, really further the potential, because it's a really quick car. I mean, it pretty much almost exactly matched that Aston, 0.3 of a second slower, but still very, very, very close. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want me to do more videos similar to this one, then don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and thank you guys for watching.